Welcome back to Drum Electric. We're using the SPD-SX today, so I need to be over. I'm gonna go over there. Welcome back to Drum Electric. So we are going to be controlling different volumes in Ableton from these controls here on the SPD-SX. Now this is something that's really easy to set up and something that I use on the gigs that are more compact, so you don't want to set up a full mixer or a MIDI controller to control all the volumes in Ableton, for example. So if I'm running just click and a backing track, then I want to be able to control those two volumes really easily whilst I'm playing, rather than having to go in and fiddle around with Ableton. So to do that without setting up a mixer or a MIDI controller, I can actually use the built-in controls on the SPD-SX, as you saw at the beginning of this video. And it's really cool, and it's quite nice because it gives an extra control to those master effects knobs that you have here on the SPD-SX. I'll be setting this up from start to finish with a brand new Ableton project, so you know all of the steps. So first, we're going to set up the SPD ready to have MIDI. So the SPD is pretty easy to set up when it comes to audio MIDI. There's two main controls that you need to change. So the first one is making sure that the actual SPD itself is sending MIDI to your computer. To do that, really easy, you just hit Menu, you go down to Setup, you go all the way down to Option at the bottom, and right at the bottom there it says USB mode. You might have it on Wave Manager or Wave. What you want to do is hit that plus button or the minus button, whichever you're feeling on that particular day, and change it to Audio/MIDI. Once you've done that, you can just hit the exit button, and for now, you've got MIDI being sent through the USB cable. The second thing you'll need to do is make sure that you've turned the MIDI control on for those two volume knobs that you're using. So again, to do that, you're just going to head into Menu, Setup once again. This time, you're heading down to MIDI. Once you're in here, you want to use the middle button, the middle tab button to select it. And then you want to scroll all the way bottom to the bottom two tabs that says Master Effects Control 1cc, Master Effects Control 2cc. They are Control 1 and Control 2, those two individual twisty knobs there. They'll originally be off for you, probably. What I tend to do is just have it on channel 1 for the first knob and then channel 2 for the second knob. That's just the channels it's sending through to the MIDI. If they're on the same number, then they'll be doing the same thing, so they'll send the same signal out of the USB cable, and then Ableton will see it as just one big button. Whereas this time you want it to be on separate channels, so channel 1 and channel 2, or any other one of your choice, as long as they're different. Once you've done that, that is the SPD completely set up. So what you'll then want to do is just plug a USB-B cable into the back of the SPD, and then plug that into your computer of choice. In this case, I'm using the MacBook Pro, I think 2017, so it's quite old now, but it's just USB straight into there. So once that's done, we then need to head into Ableton, and again, this is a really simple setup and it's quite straightforward, but what you'll need to do is go into Preferences, and then you'll need to head into the MIDI on the left here. And this is where all of the controls are for Ableton. So if your SPD-SX isn't showing up in here, then you'll need to download the driver from the Roland website. Super easy, you just need to type in Roland SPD-SX drivers, it'll be the first link there, and you'll need to download the relevant one. Once you've done that, you'll then need to turn on all of the relevant settings to make sure that Ableton is picking up the SPD-SX. So as you can see on my screen, all I've done here is got in SPD-SX for the track ticked and the remote ticked, and then SPD-SX MIDI. I haven't got the track ticked, can't remember why, but I do have the remote ticked. Then right down at the bottom, it's basically the same thing. So out SPD-SX, which is the audio out. I've just got track ticked, and then out the SPD-SX MIDI. This is a real big mouthful. I've just got the track ticked there as well. So I can pretty much just send audio out of the SPD-SX, but MIDI, I get remote control over Ableton. They're the settings that I've always used. Other people's might be different. I've just used those this whole time because it works. Once you've done that, you can just come out of the preferences, and then we just need to look at the top right to make sure that this yellow blob, it's also known as a square, is lighting up when we move something on the SPD. So if I just turn those volume knobs, you can see that orange square lighting up to show that Ableton is getting the MIDI signal from the SPD into the software. So that's pretty much it in terms of setting up the MIDI. It's really easy, you just need to remember to change these few settings. Now there are a couple of things in here, so if your SPD is sending out different signals or it's not quite working, then you might need to change those MIDI channels that we changed earlier from 1 to 2 to maybe 3 and 4 and so on, because it might be clashing with something else. But just have a little experiment, make sure it all works your end, and once you've done that, then we can go on to setting up the Ableton project. So setting up the Ableton project is really, really easy. For this, I'm just going to use a click track and a backing track just to make it quick and easy, and so you can see how to assign it. But once you've seen how to do it, take this and make it your own. So assign it to whichever volumes you want to and get creative with it. So as you can see, I've got my Ableton project here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch over to the arrangement view by hitting the tab key, and I'm just going to delete those 2 MIDI tracks because I just want the audio. From here, I'm just going to drag and drop my backing track files. So here's the click, I'm just going to drag it into there. And then we're going to import the track. Now I exported this so the click and the track lined up straight away. You may have a project where you've actually recorded it all in Ableton. In this case, I recorded it in Logic and I exported it to Ableton. Either way, when you have your tracks in here, this is hopefully what it should look like. So I'm just going to hit play to make sure they both work. Perfect. So we've got our 2 tracks. Now I'm just going to head back into the other view. I cannot remember what it's called, but there it is, by hitting the tab key. And I just use this because I find it easier to navigate tracks in particular when I don't need to mess around with the audio. But this is totally up to you. The controls are still the same in Ableton. It's just the view that's changed. So I'm just going to delete the reverb and delay tracks because I don't want them. And what I'm going to do is insert a return track. Now this is just going to be my in-ears track. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to route this to the external out. And I'm going to route this to 5 and 6. And this will just be whichever output you're just sending to you. So that'll be your in-ear mix. Now why I've done that is because it means that these A knobs are the 2 sends. Now if I'm working with multiple people and I'm sending out to multiple band members, then I'll obviously have as many of those return tracks as there are band members in this case. So once you've done that, you now have control over the volume of it. So this part is the easy part. We've got the 2 tracks. We now want to assign the 2 knobs on the SPD to Ableton. To do this, we just need to go up to the top here, hit MIDI. Everything that we can assign something to MIDI will now turn to blue. So as you can see, the sends here are in blue. So I'm going to click on that first one. I'm going to assign it to Control 1. To assign it, I'm just going to click on it and move the Control 1 knob. And then same for the second one, Control 2, I'm going to use that one as the second one. As you can see, it's picked both of those up and assigned it to it. And if you look over to the left here, you can see that CC1 and CC2 are the 2 channels that we named them in the SPD-SX. So if you named those 5 and 6, then that will show up as 5 and 6, and you know that all the routing is correct. Once you've done that, just hit the MIDI key, and now, when we look down here and change the volumes on the SPD-SX, they change accordingly on there, and it's really cool. So now with that all set up, I'm going to hit play so you can see it all happening in real time. So if I hit play, obviously we can hear nothing because all the volumes are at 0. So if I wanted more click, which is Control 1, there's a click. And if I wanted some backing track, there's Control 2. And now we can hear the track. If I wanted less click, obviously I can just... And there we have it. It's as easy as that, and now you can pretty much assign that to anything. So if you were wanting to assign that to the actual volumes of the tracks themselves, then you can. If you've got multiple outputs and you want 2 specific volumes to change, then you absolutely can. If it's controllable on Ableton or whichever software you're using, then you can assign it to the MIDI and control it from there. So that is that. It's super easy, and like I said, I use it all the time because sometimes in some tracks I just need that click a little bit louder or a little bit quieter, or the backing track a little bit louder and a little bit quieter, and it saves me from having to faff around with the trackpad on the Mac and means that I can just use the controls on the SPD-SX. So once you've done this, once you've set up your whole project, you can save it, and then when you load it up next, it will just load up and all of the settings will be saved. You don't have to reconfigure everything, these will just work. If you find any other fancy MIDI controls that I don't know about on the SPD-SX, please put it in the comment section down below. And as always, if you have any questions, please chuck them in the comment section down below. I'll try and help out wherever I can. Please hit that like button and subscribe for all of our shiny new videos, and I will see you in the next one. This is truly what we're here for when recording, isn't it? Oh, perfect. Yeah, great. Love it. Pretty sure that every time I try and click Logic, I always click Sibelius too. I don't want Sibelius. Go away, Sibelius.